All right, what's up, guys? It's your boy Millsy, and we're back at it again with another video. And right now, unfortunately, for some reason, my camera's not working, so you don't get to see the beautiful mug today. Sorry about that. Anyways, I wanted to make another video about Delta Force. Get back into it, see how it's going. And because they just released season 1 a little bit ago, like I think a week or two ago. So I wanted to hop in, check that out. And yeah, we got just some videos playing in the background here. So yeah, some of the things I wanted to talk about is kind of like the health of the game at the moment, which is actually seems to be going pretty well. I think they got, like, I just checked earlier, there was like 50,000 or 56,000 people in game at that moment when I checked, which is pretty good. So yeah, so right now the season 1, they introduced a bunch of new things. They added new maps, they added new modes, new guns, a new operator. Another thing that seems to be very popular with this game is the operations mode, which I haven't really got into much yet, but I know a lot of people are playing it, a lot of people are streaming it, and it's definitely gotten very popular. But for me, I play this game mainly because it's like a Battlefield replacement to me. And not a replacement, you could never replace Battlefield. But it's filling a hole in my heart right now that Battlefield is not satisfying at the moment, because there's just nothing new. And I wanted to make a Battlefield video, but I logged in and the servers were down across multiple Battlefield games. So I hope that gets fixed. Actually, I'm sure it is by the time that I've recorded this. I'm sure they've figured all that out. So yeah, right now this game is definitely holding me over until we get some more Battlefield information and we get some more things to look forward to with Battlefield. Which there are some things coming in the pipeline. I think they're starting the first community testing events maybe tomorrow. I think on the February 3rd. I saw a tweet talking about how they are going to start that, and so that's going to be really cool for Battlefield. But yeah, back to Delta Force here. One of the things I wanted to talk about was how the Team Jade is handling like player feedback and all that stuff, and they seem to be pretty active in terms of that. And one of the things I thought was interesting was reading about how they're going to handle cheaters, which I haven't had any experience with cheaters. I haven't had any cheaters in my games, at least nothing that felt suspicious or anything like that. And something that I saw was that they had they wanted to take a different approach to try to manage DMA cheating, which DMA cheating is like direct memory access. It's like you run it on a separate PC, and it's kind of like how a lot of people are just evading so many cheat detection systems right now. And one thing that I read is that they're doing a collaboration with Microsoft for hardware protection. And they said that by partnering with Microsoft, Delta Force integrates Windows hardware security features to block DMA cheats. I don't know how well that's going to work. I didn't read like an actual full breakdown of what that was and how that's going to kind of work. But I think it's really cool that they're at least trying to tackle this insurmountable challenge that is DMA cheating, because it's basically just a completely undetectable thing because it's running on a separate PC and you're just kind of streaming it over to your video output or something. I don't know exactly how it all works, but I thought that it was interesting to see that they're at least trying to do something about it. Some of these other games, well, I guess mainly, I can't really say other games because I know other games have pretty good anti-cheat systems, but basically, Call of Duty is just, for some reason, their Ricochet anti-cheat is just so bad, and especially if you're going to be DMA cheating, people are just going to be running rampant because it seems like they're already really bad at detecting just regular basic cheats on people's computers without the DMA. So it's just nice to see that this developer is actually trying to focus on something that is a plague on the gaming industry right now, and that's cheating. So I thought that was really refreshing to see that they're going to be trying to do that. Another thing I enjoyed about this game is that since the game's launch, the updates have continuously provided improved stability and performance and just how smooth the game feels. Before, I feel like I was having definitely maybe some bullet registration issues and stuff like that. But when I played the other day, it was definitely, it felt much more stable. It felt much more like the connection was good. My bullets were connecting really well, and that was really nice to see that within 3 months they've already provided enough updates to get the game to a point where it feels good to play and satisfying to play, and it doesn't feel like you're dying around corners and all that stuff, and definitely they still have some work to do. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with that. But it's definitely really nice to hop on and have the game feel like it's in a pretty good state at the moment. Like when it was at launch, it was just kind of like, I mean, it was at launch, you know, you can't really do much about that stuff. Some things just felt unstable, and like render distances and stuff like that just felt a little weird when you looking through scopes and the snipers and all that. Most of that's been pretty much corrected at the moment, as far as I could tell. I think they have all the ingredients here for a game that's gonna have longevity and legs. I mean, all this post-launch support and all the keeping up with all of that stuff is definitely looking really good, especially having 60,000 people past the honeymoon phase is definitely really good. And they've already outlined what they want to be adding to the game. They already have season 1 out, and they've already put a roadmap out of what they want to do for the rest of the year, which includes a bunch more maps, more operators, new vehicles, new gadgets, gameplay features, all that stuff. And they want to do they want to improve on their destruction mechanics. And yeah, it looks like they're definitely in it for the long run. And with it being a free-to-play game, I mean, you really just can't go wrong there. And it's definitely nice to see that a bunch of people are really embracing this game and supporting it. So yeah, with this game being basically a direct competitor to Battlefield, there's been some news recently about somebody who was allegedly an ex-DICE developer by the name of Risible. I'm sure people have heard about this already, but I just kind of wanted to talk about it and share some thoughts on it. And this is definitely alleged. Like, nobody's actually proved that this guy was an ex-DICE developer. I don't think he even has. But he sent out a tweet saying, "So if you're a Battlefield fan, temper your expectations. This is a new era of the game made by a completely new group of people following a new philosophy. Whether that's good or bad depends on your personal outlook." And I think they wanted to say some more things. I watched a video about it, explaining it. You can go find other ones that'll explain it a little better, but it's not definitely super assuring to hear that stuff, but we'll see how things play out. Basically, what they're saying is that Battlefield kind of wants to aim to be like what Call of Duty is, and how Call of Duty just basically prints money with all the stuff that they do and all the cosmetics that they sell in the Battle Royale, which is a standalone game. Basically, they're saying that Call of Duty is what basically EA and DICE are looking up towards to make Battlefield like, which isn't great because we want Battlefield to stay Battlefield. We want it to have big open maps and a fun experience, and not be super focused on the monetization thing. Like, I'm totally fine with paying for a Battlefield game that is a good game and sticks around. But with their free-to-play model of the Battle Royale, we'll see how that plays out, because you're gonna have to monetize it somehow. And I just hope they don't fall into what Call of Duty's fallen into, because Call of Duty's really fallen into a pretty bad state, especially for Warzone, which is, you know, they rely on all these crazy marketing tactics and all this stuff, and they don't really fix the game or anything, and people are still buying the skins. And I think EA is specifically looking at Call of Duty to replicate that kind of thing, and we'll see how that plays out. But I'm really not looking forward to how that's gonna play out. If this is all true, we'll see what happens, because like I said, none of this is actually really confirmed yet, but it's definitely not super reassuring to see this all come out. I guess the silver lining here is that if Battlefield does go down the road of Call of Duty yearly releases and Warzone and all that slop, like, we'll at least have Delta Force to fall back on, and hopefully the fact that Delta Force is basically a direct competitor to Battlefield, that it'll keep Battlefield on its toes a little bit in terms of what players want and how the games are supposed to be, because they have this other competitor that is going to sweep up all of their players if they don't deliver on the next Battlefield in the proper way. So we'll see how that plays out. But it's nice to know that at least we have Delta Force to play if Battlefield goes down that road. So in summary, I guess today's video is just kind of random, and my thoughts just kind of about Delta Force in general and how things are going. Sorry if it seems a little random or put together in a weird way. My camera wasn't working, and it just kind of threw things off. I wanted to make a Battlefield video, but I didn't get footage for it because the Battlefield servers were down. So I appreciate people that are sticking around and watching the channel, and you know, clicking on the videos and watching them. And if you made it to the end, you're awesome. I really appreciate you. And yeah, you know what to do if you like the channel. You know what to do if you like the video. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day.